Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my crafting corner. It is Key, and we are doing a flip through of our autumn journal today. I already did a previous video for the hardcover project that we worked on this year. We've finished up a couple of these projects. So I already have a video for this one made, and we'll be flipping through the softcover one in this video. And then I just also wanted to highlight my other autumn journal. It's a single signature, very, very detailed and decorated up signature with 2 added inserts. And I have a video for that too. Hopefully I remember to link all these things into the description below. Again, there's already a video for the hardcover one already. So you can check that out if you want to see the full flip through for that one. And then today we're going to be flipping through our soft cover. So our soft cover journal is using recycled packaging, and you get that kind of squishing sound. I love that sound. But it is a 3 signature soft cover, and it's held together by this beautiful sort of gauzy trim that I got at a secondhand crafting store. And this lovely fabric of these like trucks, these old trucks at a barn. I love it so much. I don't have a top or anything on this one because I love the fabric. I think it's so cute. It's gonna be a little hard to get dimensions, but this journal is intended to hold what I call a standard size, or 8.5 by 5.5 signature. It's about 6 inches by about 9, which in metric is 15 by about 22.5. This little, obviously the spine is difficult to articulate because it's soft cover, so it does move, but it's about 5.5 centimeters, which is about 2 or 2.25 inches for the spine. But again, it moves, it's flexible, which means that these can grow, and I did leave some extra space here, so you can like puff this thing up pretty good. So I just gave you a good start. That's it. Tons of space to grow for this one. Okay, so we open this one up, and we can get a look at that fabric. Look at that. It's like the fall colors just bursting. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. And these cute like old school trucks. So love it. Okay, so I use mini digitals in the making of this project. We have this beautiful, I got distracted because I saw this like burnt orangey antique-ish fabric on the inside. I got this at my secondhand shop, and I don't have very much of it. So I was kind of using it sparingly, but I wanted it to be the inside face for this project. So pretty. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, such a beautiful color. So vibrant. Yeah, so I use many digitals. Predominantly in this particular project, I used digitals from my kits. So I did use others, but predominantly my kit. So this is my Apple Orchard fall one that I started releasing this year. And then, so this is just a traveler's notebook sized writing journal. So it just has some writing pages in here. But the pages are orchestrated in such a way that you can make tuck spots, that you can have pockets and stuff like that. If you wanted to, do that and store some things in it. And the signature predominantly was pulled together by my Faded Memories digital kit. So that is predominantly what we have in here. So let's pull it up first. So as you can see, it's nice and thick and just decorated, and this edge looks so jamais. Delish. I touched every page in here, just like I did with the hardcover project and that the single signature soft cover project. So I went in on these signatures. I love fall. Autumn is one of my favorite seasons. I live in a place that has all 4 seasons, and though our winters can be a little bit rough, the fall is absolutely beautiful. Watching the world completely transform for about 2 weeks. It's just amazing. So let's just look through this one. So there's a belly band here, and we just have a tag and a card. So this is a digital from another creator. And hopefully I remember to list them in the description of the listing on Etsy. I don't always get them on my YouTube videos, but I'll make sure to list them in the Etsy listing. So I did some clusters here as well. I put these together and dispersed them throughout the project. So these cute little clusters using scraps and scrimps from the project. So we just have this cute little golden paper clip holding on this hand-dyed and collage. So I did napkin collage over a hand-dyed envelope and maybe did some stamping over it too. It's hard to tell what's collaged and what's stamped. There's nothing in it, but I just thought that was really cute. And then we have some stenciling around the edges. This is coffee dyed paper, and whatever I coffee dyed it on gave these lines. So it's a nice little guide for your writing. And I just did some random stamping around as well. Attach this. There was a card, some stuff on the other side. So pin this back in place. And then we've got just these cards. And then more stenciling and stamping around the edge with plenty of space for you to write in the center. This is trace paper that I coffee dyed and some random stamping, but you can of course write right over that. Did some stenciling around this pocket and put a little edge trim on that to soften it up a little bit. And we just have a card from the Faded Memories kit here. You can get back in if you'd like totally optional, I guess. Okay, cool. Some of our gold leaf trim on this little tuck spot here. This is a writing principle from the Faded Memories kit, and this is from that Apple Orchard kit. This is a hand collaged card, and I wanted to leave it a little bit more plain because as you can see, there's a lot going on already. So I gessoed and painted over this book page and did some stenciling around the edges to give you a nice little writing surface here. And we've got a beautiful maple leaf charm dangle off the side here. And then we just has a horizontal belly band with a bit of a scrap strip decor, and it says welcome fall. Kind of cute. And this beautiful tag from my Apple Orchard kit. This is an envelope from my Faded Memories kit. And there's nothing in it. Some stenciling on this coffee dyed page and a little accent piece there. This card was just tucked under here. Again, coffee dyed page with some stenciling. And this little card, I got this from another kit. This is just a little edge trim, and we've got some stenciling, coffee dyed paper. This is actually not coffee dyed paper. This is the back of an envelope sequence that it's hard to tell it's an envelope, but that's what it is. Some writing space here, and we've got a card. This is from the Faded Memories kit. Digital, Faded Memories digital kit. Put that back in there. And these are just scrimps and scraps from when we were pulling together the ephemera holders for this project and the hardcover project. Horizontal belly band made out of some scraps, and this huge tag with some beautiful digitals. I loved that digital set, working with that. Did some stenciling, stamping on the back of this paper. This is a part of our scrap strip that we just turned into a tuck spot. I didn't put anything in here, but you can. And this is writing space. This is one of the writing pages from the Faded Memories kit. We have this large card that I turned into a storage component in here. So this is also, you're able to put something back here as well. But there's just a big, large card made out of some leftovers, and I just mounted, lined paper on the back, did some stenciling and some light stamping, and kind of roughed it up a little bit so it fits everything else. This is one of the prints from that Faded Memories. This is the other side to our, not the other side, this is another piece of trace that is coffee dyed. I love the sound, I love it. Yeah, so we just have a corner pocket on some coffee dyed paper here with some light stenciling, some light stamping, and then a couple of cards just tucked into our pocket. There's some light stamping there. And we have a pocket from the Orchard kit, and then some stenciling. And this is the part of that big collage. I did a huge collage, like it was so big, it took me like an hour to do. And then I just cut out a bunch of cards and stuff from it at different sizes. So you have a little one here. I think this is really cute. And I did some collaging, napkin collage over, and then just a large tag with the digital from another creator's kit. So this is the center of our signature, and it's this beautiful close-up of this apple tree. I think it's so pretty. This is from the Faded Memories kit. We just have a little edge trim here, some stenciling around the edges, some stamping, but this is a writing space. We've got a corner pocket here. You can, of course, write right over this coffee dyed paper with some stamping. And this huge card, this is from another kit, another digital creator's kit. And then this is from the Orchard kit, the Autumn Orchard kit. And then just a little of that gold leaf trim to accent this coffee dyed page that I just did a little stamping around. And then the other side to one of our little trace bits with a little scrimp from the kit, my digital. And then this is another creator's design that I printed on this large card. I sewed around, did a little design there. And I made this tab out of book page, as you can see. I think it turned out, I put a little gesso over it and inked it up and stuff like that. It looks really nice. This is a journaling card from the Orchard kit, and I think it worked beautifully as a little belly band there. Did some stenciling, stamping, general scruffling up. This image is from the Faded Memories kit, and I made it into a belly band and just have these cards in my kits. Cards from my digital kits. We have a glycine bag here, this little scrap strip decoration. This is a square card that I made into a pocket. Oh, this just has that little card in there, which I actually really love this little writing card. I don't know, it makes me want to write on it. It's so cute. And then this is a storage location, which we've got one of my large, when I did that big old collage page, and then I just like put some napkin on top of it. You can write on the back. And then there's also a tuck spot behind the glycine bag, which I just put one of these tags with these beautiful digital images. This is the other side to our envelope. So I just made a little writing spot for you on the front end here, did a little decorative trim there for you, some stenciling around the edges and some inking. And then this is probably like one of the only locations you can tell it's an envelope. Cut this end open and we've got a little card in there. You can write on the back. Okay. Absolutely lovely. Another writing spot on the back, some stamping and stenciling around the edge. and some writing space for you. We have our scrap strip here serving as a tuck spot on some coffee dyed paper that you can, with some light stamping for writing. Again, some more on the back, and then this little scrap strip there. This book page was turned into a tuck spot with one of our collage cards. Writing space in the back. This is one of the writing pages from my Faded Memories digital kits, and I've got a little page edge decoration there. Turn our card into a little tuck spot here and just have a card in there. And then we've got this trace paper, which I turned this into a tuck spot. And just one of the cards. I love this image. And by the way, from my orchard kit here, it's so pretty. I don't know, I just love it. It's so cute. Okay. And then more stenciling around that coffee dye paper with a little decorative nibbly bit at the top. And then we have another charm, a little acorn. Stenciling around the edges with some stamping, and then a vertical belly band in the back side with this large card for journaling in the back. And that is the signature. Very lovely. Again, I touched every single page. No page is unloved. Okay, and then the third signature is holding our ephemera holder. So we just have this beautiful little topper on the front with another one of our little scrap strips here. This is actually a pocket, so you can store something in there. It's just held together by this free-flowing elastic band. And then you can open it up. There's a big pocket here with a smaller pocket, so a little double pocket on the left side. And this is a tuck spot on the right, and just have some cards in there. And just a little pocket on a narrow pocket on that return strip, and this tiny little tag. They're so cute. Okay, and then that's it. There's room for plenty to be put into that ephemera holder. So whoever gets it, I hope you enjoy a little bit of additional space for storing some things. And that is it. I don't know exactly what I'm calling this one, but it will be the soft cover autumn journal. And yeah, thank you so much for your time, beautiful energy. Again, if you're interested in this journal, which we finished up as well, you can check out the flip through video for this one. And this journal as well, this single signature soft cover. I love them all. I think they're so beautiful. I just put so much love and light and energy into them because I love autumn, and I hope that you use this time as it is intended, as a transition from whatever intense things that you were doing over the summer, and just kind of using it as a time to return to routine, to return to yourself, to make sure that you're good and hydrated, and looking after and taking account of what you did in the previous months. I love it as a time of reflection and a time of transition. So again, thank you so much for your time, your energy, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming message. Be well.